What do our emotions have to do with healing chronic illness? In short, everything. My chronic illness, my autoimmune disease, did not reach full remission status until I started exploring energy medicine and embarking on my own emotional healing journey. And what happens with this? Our bodies, think of our body like a 6-lane highway. And happy, healthy homeostasis, all 6 lanes are open. Everything's moving in and out, just nice. Your energy flow, your chi, your prana, your life force, whatever you want to call it. Everything's moving through those lanes just quite nicely. But when we go through a traumatic childhood or a heartbreak or a stressful event, even just chronic illness in itself, some of these lanes begin to get congested. And it is so important for us to understand that there is an emotional, more than just a physical, but an emotional, mental, and spiritual root cause to our chronic conditions. And this is the limiting piece for me and something that I'm really passionate about teaching you as I've discovered. So how does this work? Our brain, our body, they're super smart. This organism is super smart and it's always trying to protect us, right? So when we endure a traumatic situation, if the experience is too extreme or too weighty for the brain to process, the brain is like a circuit board and it flips, and the body then stores that trauma, that energy, that emotion. A little bit here and there we can cope with, but most of us throughout our lives, we've been through enough experiences that our body starts to get congested, our energy, our flow, when our energy is good, we're healthy, all 6 lanes are open. A lot of people I work with, we're down to 1 lane. And that's where we see chronic disease, autoimmune disease, conditions like thyroid disease, PCOS, fibromyalgia, GI disturbances, anxiety, depression. These all have an emotional root cause. So how does this work? Let's talk about a phenomenon called CPTSD. And I'm not here to diagnose, but I'm here to talk about something that's really prevalent in those with chronic illness or chronic symptoms. So when we hear PTSD, we think of soldiers on the battlefield, right? And it's not to make light of what our veterans go through, but all of us have fought little mini emotional wars or traumatic wars in our life. And CPTSD is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And what does this mean? Just like when a veteran comes home from their experience and they're around fireworks, right? And fireworks goes off and the person can't handle this. The veteran, the soldier, it's overwhelming for them. They go into flashbacks and they're taken back to that experience, and their body is then replicating that visceral response, and they're living this over and over and over again. And yes, what I'm talking about within energy medicine helps with classic PTSD, but a lot of us, trauma is trauma. We can't compare it. We have been through little mini emotional wars in our life, and our body's storing this. And we have a situation or event at hand, and it triggers us. And it may have nothing to do with, the current relationship situation or the current job stressor or the current friendship, whatever is happening, whatever that stressor is, maybe even your money fears, that's triggering something that's likely stored in the body that's trapped there and congesting our 6-lane highway. So something I've become really passionate about is teaching people about CPTSD and then helping them see how accessible and easy it actually is to heal and get these emotions out of the body. It might be easy, can be a little ugly, and I went through this in my own healing journey through energy medicine. So what I want you to do is, if this is resonating with you and you want to know more, I want you to go to my blog, middaypigeon.com, read the post that talks about emotional healing, energy healing, CPTSD. You can hear a little bit more of my story. And then there's 5 steps that I talk about of how to begin your healing just at home, moving and working these emotions, locating them in your body. You're going to identify them so that when you're triggered, or you don't have to be triggered, when you're in a situation, you can become more of that observer than reactor, and your body won't be giving you this visceral response every single time. And additionally, there's some healing audios you can check out. It's me. I'm leading you through this clearing, this guided audio, so you can download those as well. But if you're interested, head over to my blog, middaypigeon.com, begin your healing today, or start diving into the thought that a lot of your chronic conditions, autoimmune, chronic illness, is coming from this emotional response in the body. There's an emotional root cause to our conditions. And until we address that, until we recognize that and feel comfortable digging into that, a lot of our symptoms, we're limited in our healing. So It can be a beautiful and easy process when you have a practitioner guiding you along. If you have any questions, of course, drop me a line, but go check out that blog post, middaypigeon.com.